What up, nerds? My name is Steph Koza. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary is directed by Kevin Kolsch and Dennis Widmyer. It is a remake of the 1989 version directed by Mary Lambert. And that was a big deal when this movie was first announced because people loved the original film. Like, it has such a huge cult following. People worship that movie. Like, trying to remake a movie like that is very bold, and a lot of people were afraid. Generally, I'm not a huge fan of remakes, especially when the original was really good. Why fix something that's not broken, you know? I'm generally very anti-remake, unless it's done really well, and I think this movie was done really well. The cast is amazing. Jason Clarke as sort of the lead father character in the film is his performance is amazing. It just makes you so tense and scared for him and for his family, and you just really connect with him instantly. Amy Seimetz as his wife is also she's so good at capturing that just like trauma, terror all over her face all the time. Like, she just looks kind of uncomfortable and sad throughout the entire movie. The little girl whose name I truly do not know how to pronounce, I think it's like Jete Lawrence, something like that. She was so good. Child actors are always kind of risky. You never really know what you're gonna get. She was so good. She blew me away. Just wait, okay? You gotta see it. And then, of course, John Lithgow as Judd. Like, can he do any wrong? He's so talented. He is one of my favorite actors. I've never seen him do anything badly. He's just so good, and he, once again, is so good in this film. I think he was probably my favorite character in the film. He's just very, I don't know, there's just something about him that really helps carry this movie through, and it kind of sets the tone. He's just a very nice addition to the film. So the film itself is actually very, very similar to the original Pet Sematary. It pretty much keeps more or less the same plot, very much the same tone. They didn't try to like do something different. They were just like, this story's really good. We're gonna stick with it. Maybe we're gonna add a few flourishes, switch a few things around. But it's generally the Pet Sematary that we all know, which I'm really excited about because it was that same classic Stephen King story, but it was still new and refreshing and absolutely terrifying. The reason that I know this was a good horror movie, and I feel like this is just like generally how I review horror movies, I'm like, how did it make me feel? After I saw this movie, I literally just stood up and was like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I had to shake it off. Like, it felt like my skin was crawling the entire time. This is pretty much what I felt like.
That's terrifying. You scared my dog.
And like, even thinking about it right now, I'm just, there are so many moments in this film that are just absolutely cringeworthy. Like, I just felt dirty. I was like, I need to take a shower after watching this movie. Something that I think this film really does a super great job at is creating tension. For most of the movie, I was sitting in my chair like this, like hugging myself and squeezing my arms, just like, like, it was so scary. And the scariest parts were the build-up to the scary moments, and I think that was even more scary than the action. Well, maybe not. There was some scary shit in this film. But I was just so tense, and the film does such a good job at introducing you to this family and really caring about all of them. And even though you know, like most people know the plot of this movie, you kind of know what you're getting into, you can pretty much figure out what's gonna happen, that does not make it any less terrifying. There is one scene in particular where I knew something was about to happen. Like, it does a very good job at creating that like feeling of danger, even though you really don't know what's gonna happen. But I mean, you kind of can figure it out. But I do not remember ever feeling so stressed out while watching a horror movie, because I was just like, no, 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 no. It was so stressful and so disturbing. Like, there are some seriously disturbing moments. I honestly do not remember the last time I felt this uncomfortable while watching a movie. Maybe Hereditary was probably the last time, but that was more of a like terrifying what the fuck is going on movie. This is just like a very classic scary movie. I really, really think they captured the essence of Pet Sematary. I know that Stephen King saw the movie and he loved it, so I think that's a really good sign. A lot of people are saying that it's even better than the original. I think it's sort of hard to compare just because, you know, different times. But I do think it was a phenomenal film. It had really, really good pacing. Like, there was some really good character development. It does a really good job of allowing the setting to play a character. Like, they're just in this creepy house, in this creepy town, with like no one really around, and it's very eerie. The Pet Sematary itself and the land around it is so spooky. Like, I'm just like, get out, get the fuck out of there. And it also just has a lot of very classic horror movie tropes. Everything you would expect, but it's presented in a very refreshing way. Like, it has jump scares, but they're not like tacky jump scares. They all make sense in some way or another, but they're still the worst. Like, I jumped out of my seat definitely multiple times. But yeah, I thought the pacing was phenomenal. Literally everything about this film was really good. I have no complaints. I'm going to confidently give this movie a 5 out of 5. I loved this film. I'm 100% gonna buy it on Blu-ray. I might even buy a steelbook. It was so good. If you are a fan of horror, especially if you're a fan of Stephen King, I 100% recommend this movie to you because it has such a classic horror movie feel. It's timeless, it's terrifying, and it's just phenomenal. Skin-crawlingly delicious. Alright, that's all I gotta say about that. Thank you for watching my review of Pet Sematary. Let me know if you saw Pet Sematary. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this film. I'm very curious to hear your opinions of it. Did you like it more than the original? Do you think the original's way better? What's your favorite Stephen King movie? Tell me it all in the comments below. I just want to talk about stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Steph, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!